Alright, let's make sure this audio is down. It's not little ambiance music then, I guess. Alright. Let some people trickle in here. Make sure the volume is working on my thing. Make sure the volume is working. Yep. So we'll let people kind of trickle in here. I know that first one is me, just because I gotta make sure that this thing freaking works. And I wish I could do this any other way than playing it on my PlayStation, but this is where we're at, everybody. This is where we're at. Still doing this on a PS4 where my face is in the corner of the screen. So people will be stopping in here probably to think that this is a Borderlands 2 stream. That's why I try to title it differently so people go on and realize right away. He's not really here. No, no, I'm on here too. I have it counts me as a viewer when I'm checking the chat. Sometimes the chat gets a little fast, so I can look at it quicker here. So it counts me as one of the viewers. So whatever, these don't get a lot of views anyway. Um, this one might get a few people in here, but yeah. Is the music in the game too loud? I've got it down to 1. I didn't know if I wanted to go full. I probably don't even need music for it, actually. Just take it all the way down so it's just my voice, I think. So, yeah. Well, welcome to the chat now, United Updates. It's a great name. Uh, and this isn't a gaming stream. This is all I can do to stream is on my PlayStation, so I'll put a game on in the background as we talk. Thanks. I don't know if I even have like an accent or anything. I kind of just feel like I talk dude, but not like bro dude, like just dude. Kind of like Jeff Lebowski. It's kind of matter of fact. But once we get a few more people in here, we will. Cool, music is fine. I don't even know where my car is, but I don't want that. Hey, maybe I'll accidentally get to level 42 while I'm here. But yeah, it's been a crazy day. How's your day been now, United? I guess we're just gonna stick with the blades then. Okay. Where is that? Okay. Actually, this thing's way more accurate than the other thing. Because I don't know. I didn't have the worst day in the world, and I still came home ready to kind of shut down the channel a little bit. I don't like, I hate talking like that because it feels defeatist. And I'm not a defeatist kind of person. I mean, I had a pretty decent day, actually. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't the best day in the world, but something happened to me, man, today. I don't know. Not in the mood to put up with this jerk trying to shoot me right now, I can tell you that. This is why I like my barrels of acid I can toss on these guys. Jesus Christ, that took forever. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, alright, great. Good, great, grand. Oh man, this is gonna come close to me getting killed here. What is wrong? There we go. That's the stuff. But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. I woke up fine. Holy shit! Oh my god, that's a lot of guys. And I got a second win. Suck it. Um, I got up feeling fine. I mean, it's a little like I didn't really want to go to work, but I didn't feel like shit. And I guess like one thing was like bugging me was our Wi-Fi at work was not working good at all. I shouldn't even say good. It was non-existent. I want to shoot your tank, sir. Thank you. One more tank and I get some points. So yeah, there was a bird inside our work all day. A bird flew in the door and we couldn't get it out all day. All day long, and I'm whistling to this thing trying to get it to go to the open door. So I mean, I was doing stuff today. I was doing my job, and I was like trying to get a bird out of the store, like without hurting it. And that sumbitch just wasn't having any of it. So I don't know. That's uh, that bird's gonna starve to death. Because I know my boss, he's not gonna call Bency Good. Hello, how are you? He's not calling animal control. I told him to call animal control. The guy's always parked there at the McDonald's in town every day, not doing nothing. He could come in, catch a bird, you know, make his life worthwhile. I don't know. In the face. Those guys, I fucking hate these guys. Kill him. Oh, yes. Didn't even have to waste a bullet. These new enemies, man, I don't know if anybody's ever played Borderlands 2, but these enemies are not fucking around. I am playing at a lower level, but anyway. Yeah, it was like the animal control guy would be right there, but he's not going to pay for it. So we've got to figure out how to get that bird out before it starves to death. And I even walked out trying to whistle to it to get it come out the door, but nothing. No, nothing doing. And I was even fine on the ride home. And it's just for some reason, after I got here and I was thinking about what am I going to upload today? Like I got a bunch of stuff that's in the works, and all I have to do is record it. I got like a bunch of stuff that I didn't finish from yesterday. I watched. I have like episode 7 of What We Do in the Shadows to put up, which everybody's already said how good episode 7 was gonna be, and it did not disappoint. Oh my god, I've got episode 4 of The Terror to do. I watched that yesterday. Didn't make a video. I watched. I started watching Nosferatu from AMC. So I have like all this stuff in my head ready to like make, but I'm just like I was like I'm not gonna do it. I don't feel like it, and not in one of those like oh I need to recharge kind of ways. It was like I fucking care. Like I got home once I checked my like emails and checked my comments and checked the traffic. Yeah, I don't I barely breathe, man. If I'm not at work, I'm usually working on content for the channel. Um, and mostly because I just got a lot to say. I've been quiet most of my life. Um, just quietly sitting there listening to other people talk like my whole life. Except the people that were close to me, and I would be the guy that everybody went to about whatever pop culture. It was just, it was like almost my job already. This is like pre-internet, like I was the internet for people. Like if they wanted to know about movies, TV shows, comic books, video games, everything, like people would come to me. This is before freaking YouTube, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that can say that about back then. Everybody has that friend. Everybody was had that, the nerd of the group or something that always had the latest whatever or knew the latest and shit like that. I don't even know what's happening right now. I'm supposed to go help this guy. I'm talking about this stuff. But you just started playing Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, dude. If you've never played it before, have you played it before? Or is this I mean, like the game separately? Because I don't know what brings me back to Borderlands, man, but I have consistently been playing Borderlands over and over and over again, like for since it's come out. Um, and with the HD free up, yeah, first they give us a free HD upgrade for both games, and then they drop that free DLC that I'm playing right now, the Commander Lilith and the battle and the fight for Sanctuary, where it's a whole new freaking game, like a whole bunch of new stuff, and it's all free. And I'm telling you, Borderlands Gearbox knows how to take care of its fans, man. Always dropping those keys. They had that 100 key drop when they announced Borderlands 3. I already like used like 70, like 67 of them. Just because I couldn't stop. I was always trying to get something better. But going back to that, I have all this stuff already in my head. Plus, I've got the Sam Rockwell month that we're doing, and so I'm constantly looking up stuff for that. And I started doing Doctor Strange season 8. Um, we've been doing Agents of Shield season 6. I keep meaning to get back to Agents of Shield season 2. Oh, so hey Belinda, what's going on? Well, we're talking about that. It's like in a process here. I'm not really exactly cutting to the chase or anything because it's just kind of I'm explaining my day because I was saying to everybody else here that I didn't have like a bad day. It wasn't the worst. It was a weird day. I've been talking about how I've been trying all day to get a bird out of my place of business. Uh, Other than that, it was just kind of a normal work day. I felt fine this morning. I mean, and the internet at work wasn't working, and that was bugging me. But talking just about like how I came home and I've got all these reviews in my head ready to go for the Terror, for uh, the next Sam Rockwell thing, for Doctor Who, for What We Do in the Shadows, for I even started watching. If it wasn't for Doctor Who, I would have never known that. Thank you to Belinda, I believe, for this comment about the thick of it, the BBC show. I started watching it now that I actually knew it was a show and it wasn't just a fucking movie. I was just like, I'm already floored. I couldn't stop watching that. So I was like, I even found a new show that I liked. And when I got home, man, and I thought about stuff, and I finally my internet turned on, and I was able to look at everything, and just looking at the content and looking at like uh, view count and traffic on the channel and comments and everything, and part of me I love, yeah, thanks. Oh my gosh, like I'm telling you right now, I thank you alone just for getting me to watch Doctor Who, because if I hadn't, I would have never known that The Thick of It was a TV show before it was in that movie in the loop. I would have never known. And I love that movie so much. It is glorious. It's one that movie's one of the reasons why I watched Veep for so long. Um, so thank you for giving finally getting me to watch Doctor Who, because now it's opening me up to a bunch of things I didn't even know existed while I was just well, let's just say, I mean, I wasn't not busy. I'm still busy. Like, even like thinking about watching the thick of it was like, okay, if I watch the thick of it, uh, yeah, hey Jen, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Uh, what was I saying? Yeah, that I'm like going, what do I have to not watch like to watch this? And I felt like I was like, no, I'm not doing anything. I don't want to fucking make anything. I looked at everything and I just kept getting disheartened again. And it's like I know that this is all like a process, and I really shouldn't keep doing this, like beating myself up. Um, but I look at how many videos I have, and I'm just like, why am I making so much content? Like I have over like 100, well over 100 more videos than I do subscribers. And I know that that's me. Like I choose to make that much content, but I just never thought after like the amazing year we had last year, where I started 2018 off with like I don't know, real close to like it was under 50 subscribers, and in that year we grew to 500, and it like went up and down like 495, 500, 505, 500, 495. Um, but that's like going from that to that. I mean, it's over 1,000%. I think growth, or however you put it. I'm not good with that kind of math. I'm good with regular math. Percentages and shit can. If I don't have all the stuff in front of me already, I don't know what I'm talking about. So it's all like conjecture. It's like sci-fi to me. Math is the last sci-fi. But that's a lot of growth, and then just to completely fucking the first we're in the 6th month of the year, and this is just completely stalled the fuck out, and I don't know why, because all the things I've been doing are like to change everything and to get better. And I just when I look at view counts, especially right now where The Handmaid's Tale comes out, and The Handmaid's Tale did like a lot for my growth of my channel last year. And to see the views on that and just like nothing moving, just nothing. And the other thing is like when you get all this, I get almost no real negative feedback. I get almost no like in the comment section. It's really like positive for the most part. And occasionally you get something here or there, and it's just like, God, with all this positive, you know, output, from everybody that talks about it, and the people that find the channel, and it's like always so amazing to hear everybody's like how they found it, and not understanding like how they'd never seen the channel before, and understanding that YouTube and the internet is a big place, right? I mean, I get it. I'm not deluded, but you see all this stuff, and then you start to meet people online, which I'm still growing as far as a communicator online and actively talking to people online, and meeting people and trying to grow relationships on YouTube. Um, uh, so for me to be reaching out to people, and then for them to be reaching out to me, and to get their, like they'll be supporting my channel from their channel, and it's like, oh my god, this is, and then just still like nothing. And I don't mean like anybody that did, from any of those reasons, whatever reason anybody has subscribed to this channel is amazing. I love it. I love hearing it. I don't want to like anybody make anybody feel like their sub is like somehow like less than like how I got it or whatever. I don't mean it like that. Like everybody's way of finding the channel by shout out or just by accident or whatever. Or I, went to your house and like, came in and woke you up in the middle of the night and said, sign up for my channel or everybody's dead. But, it's just to feel so positive, but like look at everything and it just feeling the exact opposite way. Taking into consideration all the support that I feel from everybody that's a part of it. Um, that it's just, and I don't want it to just grow for me. I want it to grow for everybody else. Because seeing, like, doing the, like, Patreon reviews that I did yesterday was, like, really cool. It was really awesome to do. But when you get good reviews, like I know the Handmaid's Tale videos of mine are gonna be the big ones for right now until other stuff maybe comes out, like maybe Orange is the New Black. But to just and know that repeat people are back that weren't, like the Handmaid's Tale reviews on my channel, the only reviews they watch on my channel, but they came back, right? Those people came back, but like nobody else, like there's no growth, and it's like so what? So either nobody's sharing the videos, and I'm not, again, this makes it sound like I'm putting it on the people out there, but it's like if nobody's sharing the videos that they like, and I'll get people that are like, oh my god, your Handmaid's Tale videos are like the best ones out there. Nobody talks like you. And I'm like, great, this is great. Get spread this word of mouth. And then it seems like no, nobody, nowhere. Or they are sharing it, and those people are like looking at me like, oh god, this guy's fucking crazy, and his video quality's for shit. And that's the other thing that just is making me messed up is like how even on the internet things have to be pretty for the majority of people to accept it. Like it just has to look good. Like I could be in 4K resolution behind me, perfect lighting, done up to the nines. I could be fucking standing here with a working Green Lantern ring, and be standing next to Ryan Reynolds, and say the most eloquent shit, and it's like that's how it feels. Like and nothing's happening, and I'll see just such mediocrity, and people that are just using like rage culture and what's that, and outrage and rage or whatever, the whole screaming at injustices. And I don't mean like injustices like real injustices. I'm talking like nerd injustices, that kind of bullshit, you know where for them, like it goes beyond, like, I don't know, it's just so negative. I look at their videos and I go, when are you gonna, what are you happy with? What do you, and it's just like, is that what this is? Is this all because, uh, yeah, see, people like stir up controversy. It's like, I don't want to be controversial. I think I'm already controversial enough by how much I swear. um, yeah, I don't think that even when I get my laptop that it would change the way it looks that much. But when I think about putting money into the channel, like real money, and feeling like this, it gives me pause. And I know that I know it's almost like I got like stage fright in a way, but like with no reason to have stage fright, because when you're not growing really, that like where it feels like you're growing. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm whining, but I don't feel like I'm whining at the same time. Like I feel justified. I'm angry. I'm angry because first they took away my live streams, and that hurt right off the bat, because now I have to like cut down the times of my videos. So like videos that I want to talk longer about, unless I'm going to make two parts, let's face it, like if you don't get a lot of views on the first part, you're not going to get a lot of views in the second. And so it's like, man, if I could just make, they've hurt me in that way. What's my social media? Well, my channel is Smirking Gun Reviews on YouTube, and you can always find me at Yesh8, YESSH88 on Twitter. It used to, well, see, last year when The Handmaid's Tale came out, I got a lot of views and a lot of subscribers from that show. But what also happened was all these people that watched that show, this show with quite a lot of vulgarity and hardcore vulgarity, um, not to mention just the general, the way the show is. I mean, come on. Like in the first couple of seasons, it was like every other episode someone was getting raped. So, but people would be having a major problem. Like, your reviews would be fine if you weren't always swearing. And I'm like, so out of half consideration to the people that find the videos and half as a poke at the people that find the videos, kind of like a passive aggressive thing, I was making those like pre episode review warnings is kind of like, all right, well, I don't want to offend people. And so if they don't want to watch a video with swearing, I'm going to put this warning in there. But at the same time, fuck them for complaining about me swearing on a show where they say fuck and shit and cunt and blah blah blah. Uh, you got me from a happy review. Well, I mean, happy is a perfect way of like describing it. And dark review, cool. Um, it's just, yeah. So it was just poking fun at them and giving them a warning, being playing it straight and meaning it otherwise, like showing them one thing and giving them and actually meaning another. Because I don't think it was said in like too much sarcasm. I mean, I did mention the fact I was like, well, it's kind of weird that you're mad at a show, a reviewer for swearing on a show that swears all the time. Um, so maybe it was a little less subtle than I thought, but the fact of the matter is that if these people aren't subbing, then why am I like if I'm getting all these views and all this positivity, then where are the fucking subs? And I hate to say it like that. Because again, I don't want to come off as like a whiny, arrogant, these things aren't working out for me. It's like, no, I'm not gonna stop working on the channel. But it does make me not want to fucking make the content. Like I almost thought about, what if I just put my Handmaid's Tale videos on Patreon and make people pay to watch it and be a dick. But I don't want to be a dick about it. But it's also like, well, then why don't I just watch the videos and for myself and just not even review it? You know what I mean? Uh, yeah. Well, this season she's starting to become a part. A spoiler alert for anybody, but in this part of the season, in season three, she's trying to become a part of bringing everything down. And actually, the first like three episodes all kind of have like good like positive endings. So like unlike the Man in the High Castle, this is turning, and you're seeing people starting to make real moves to fight against this. And it's even how I feel about Serena Joy's kind of changing, just not really changing, more like evolving. It's I don't know. It still makes me rage out, but I've liked it so far. Um, sometimes, it's kind of like I complain about rage culture, but this is like my rage show. Like I just like to, for some reason, I like to just seep inside this terrible, terrible world and get mad at people that would probably love to have this world be true. And I don't know. I don't know. It's almost like a guilty pleasure show because I don't react that way to everything the same way I react to The Handmaid's Tale. It really does bring out like a kind of a the Jerry Springer audience in me. But there's definitely look, there's better shows than Handmaid's Tale. There are. But every show that I review, I think I do it differently because each one makes me feel differently. You only complain from bad WWE script writing. But like the Handmaid's Tale videos made me think, well, why am I making these videos if none of these people are subbing? And it's the same thing with Legion. I fucking love Legion. I got I film it in front of two Legion posters while I wear my crazy X-Men Legion shirt that's like straight out of Fight Club. It's weird. And I love making do you like rock song? I like rock music, yeah. Um Thanks for joining the chat, Vincent. I love talking about Legion. I love the character. I love the lore of Legion. I love the director in that. And so the TV show, um, I was putting my heart into those, man, again, and you get so proud of some of the stuff you do, even early on, where I look back at those videos already from a year ago, and I go, man, I have come a long way. Um, and it's the last season, but again, I was putting my heart into these things, and just, and I don't want to pick on anybody that's out there making their own videos and stuff because that's shitty, especially if they're just doing good. But like, I watch other people's videos that blow up, that blow fucking up on these things that I love to talk about, and they don't put near like 1% of heart as much as I put into it. And I know that's like arrogant to say, I guess, because everybody's doing their best and they're doing their thing and whatever. But when I see like no passion about it, it's just so matter of fact that I can't really tell if you like it or if you're just being an interviewer or a reviewer. You know, the clinical reviewer that, you can't always tell if they even like what they're talking about when they say they like it. And I'm not talking about the million subscriber people. What's my thoughts on Legion the movie? Depends on how they end the show. Um, if it's anything like the show, then nobody will go see the movie. So they probably won't do that unless they make it for FX, like an FX movie, Legion. Then, oh, you mean the one with Paul Bettany where he's the angel? Is that the movie you're talking about? Because, yeah, let me know if that's the one you're talking about. But anyway, it's like, why do I want to put my heart and soul into this when nobody's paying attention and I have to watch? I mean, I just don't have to watch other people uh, reviews, but just sometimes you go, okay, if nobody's watching mine, then I gotta see what people are talking about. I've got to see what's going on other channels. It's so fucking mind blowing that they have thousands and thousands and thousands of views, and I look at theirs and I go, what the fuck was that? That's like just standing there going, I think that this is a pretty good show, and this. The 2000s movie of Legion, I actually never saw it. I meant to, but then this was early 2000s before I even like. I don't know. I liked Paul Bettany, but it was one of those movies that for some reason or another I just never saw. And I keep meaning to. It's one of those movies, and I think everybody has those movies that you just keep meaning to see and you just don't. I'm not reviewing Happy this week because I have no way to watch Happy without paying for it. And I've already been buying all the episodes of What We Do in the Shadows to review them, and I just don't have the money to keep buying and buying and buying stuff. So Happy, well, since it's canceled, maybe it'll show up on Netflix even sooner than we realized. You know what? One thing that's cool about Happy and Deadly Class being canceled is since their shows end up on Netflix, man, maybe Netflix will just at least will pick them up. I mean, that's the dream, right? I mean, because I don't think anybody else is going to pick them up. This is really in Netflix's court. I can't. The only other. Yeah, Happy was canceled, man. Um, yeah. It really was. Uh, the second season is its last. Yeah, I started a hashtag, save deadly class, save happy on my Twitter. And there is a petition. I know for deadly class. Um, but I really hope deadly class comes back. But it's just, going back to what I'm talking about though. When you when you see all of that, and you, like I said again, a lot of this does have to do with money. Christopher Maloney is great. Um, I mean, I guess that's definitely something that's playing a big part of this is the money. Like, if this isn't going anywhere, I have other things that I could be putting this money towards. But this is like, and I know that people, it's like, it sounds like I'm answering my own question, but um, this is what I really want to do. I don't want to do anything else. And like I said, I never want to monetize, but you know, because I wouldn't want to have to change the way I do my channel. I wouldn't want anybody censoring me for ad revenue. But I mean, if it ever got big, I would just be doing it through Patreon and PayPal and all that and super chats and things like that. But that's not what you can't really live off that. So I mean, I would never just not have a full-time job. But I want to have a channel that I can feel like I can take a step back from for a second. Because I mean, that's one of the things right about it is that I feel like I can't take a breath because everything is always so constant and instant that you are left in the dust before you even got your fucking video up. And I mean, and not to complain again about other YouTubers, but like when I see people that like have their millions and millions of subscribers all of a sudden like switch gears and go, okay, well, I was just this now I'm gonna be this too. And do you know how many people, like, I just feel like I'm like, oh god, I love you, man, but every time you make a video you shit out 50,000 views, and nobody's gonna see what I just did. There is like differences to that though. There is another YouTuber I really respect, um, who has kind of over the last couple of months really changed his channel quite a bit. And in his case, I understand why he's doing it because it's not just him anymore. And so he's got other people to think about. And I could see why, like, if you just kept doing what you were doing by yourself, that's fine. But when you have other responsibilities and you need to pay the bills, I can understand why a channel would change like that and do things that you never thought that they would ever do because of just kind of the way their channel was up until then for years and years and years. So I can get that. I get that. I understand that. So like when they start doing some of the stuff that you do, all of a sudden I get it in that respect because they just are doing what they got to do to survive. I'm talking about the people though that, man, they just like stay in your fucking lane. Sometimes you just want to tell people, especially when if they were incredible at it, like really incredible at it, then you go, okay, I'll shut up. They're good at everything. But when they suck at it and they still fucking just take views away from everybody, what does that mean, Belinda? Because it's just one word, and I don't know if you mean like, am I complaining about that person? Because I'm not. I'm not complaining about that person at all. In fact, I'm not even really that familiar with the channel, except for when Game of Thrones came out, and I was looking for somebody else besides me that hated every single minute of season 8 just about. And that's when I found his channel. And for a minute there, I was pretty down with his channel because it was for we were all in like on this common goal where it felt like the whole world just didn't understand what we were talking about. But we had this group of people and a couple of people that he works with as well. Um, it was great to be a part of that community at that time for a really terrible ending to a show. Robbie Corbett, welcome to the channel. What did I miss? It's an ongoing thing. Um, Heartbeats is, or bullet points, or whatever. Thinking about not making content for things that get a lot of views but no subs. Like I get more subs I think off my small videos that have almost no views. People that find those, people that are having a specific moment where they're like, hey, you know what? I haven't seen that movie One Crazy Summer in a while. I wonder if anybody ever reviewed that. And I'll get people from those kind of like views where they're just that very accidental niche stuff more than I do like the big shows. Um, Sorry, man, I've been in and out of your YouTube videos due to work. Yeah, it's fine, Matt Robbie. Don't worry about it. That's life. Uh, Belinda says, not complaining, but he's changing his format to get subs, and I'm no longer as in love with that channel now, and I've been a sub there forever. Here's you. Should I talk about this? Because I'll talk about it. I just don't like talking out of school because I do kind of like some of the things that he has to say. I agreed with him about Game of Thrones. Correct. Yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from. Oh yeah, I was the Hector Salamanca guy. I thought you would change my name back to normal. That's no, I don't care. That's great. Oh yeah, man. All right, the Hector Salamanca guy. So yeah, give them the Better Call Saul then. All right. Uh, that's great. But I mean, I'll talk about it. It's just yeah, like the Game of Thrones stuff was really nice, and then it just after it got over, uh, I thought he'd start reviewing things. I was expecting. I didn't. I never really looked at his playlist because I was so enamored by what he was saying, and he was saying all the right things for the most part, and we had this all general consensus of how bad the writing was and the Russianness and all this stuff and characters not making sense and arcs getting blown to smithereens, and but then after it was finally over, and good lord, man, I look at how many videos he made and how many subs he got from that, and just I don't know. He has that look and that talk. I don't know. I like. I shouldn't. It's one of the reasons why I go there. But after it was over and it just went to being like fan rage about everything, and just Captain Marvel this and SJW that, and Robbie Corbett says, man, I honestly appreciate all the content you put out. I always remember watching your reviews of Better Call Saul. Still watch them. I love doing my Better Call Saul is one of the best times that I have reviewing things because I don't even have to worry about improvising or coming up with any kind of script. I am just I like that show, that universe, the Breaking Bad universe is such a part of me. It's in my blood, in my DNA. I love Vince Gilligan. And so it shows when I make those videos, and that's another point right there. Is I look at the views for Better Call Saul and all the work, mental work, and just like getting it, pushing myself and getting it all out there. And I know it's weird, but talking to people, even just to a camera, can be hard. And when I saw like no growth during Better Call Saul, and my views were so shit, and every time I'd watch the video or I watch my own stuff. I guess that makes me a narcissist. I don't know, but and I crack myself up. I guess I am, but other people laugh at me too. So I mean, anyway, it's just then when you see nothing, just like people are just coming in and out of your channel, and I take it personally because I'm like, what did I do wrong? Why is it because my video isn't clean and all crisp and cut and edited and fancy little fucking clips and everything everywhere? Like I've been trying, and they're sloppy as hell right now because my editing is a pressing a pause button. Um, and so Belinda says, "Yep, he's changed." Now yeah, he has. Except I really didn't know of him, so like I could tell. Maybe all I know is that I thought that it would go back to like whatever we were raging about for Game of Thrones. That he would get back to normal content because he seemed like he was a reviewer and he talked about shows and stuff. But now it's just like, okay, Star Trek Discovery sucks. Okay, I get it. Do you need 20 videos about why Star Trek Discovery sucks? And I know that's an exaggeration, but like, it's just Marvel sucks now. Captain Marvel sucks. SJW, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, just that sucks now. And it's like, yeah, I know. I understand. I don't disagree with you on pretty much like how much these things suck now, and that I do think things have been homogenized. They've been homogenized forever though. Everything has been made for vanilla audiences. And I do agree with him when he says I almost wish that, nerddom would go back to being an outsider thing. But it's like that's all he does now, it appears to be. And the other guy too, that does a lot of streams with him, who I really like. I really like him, but they're limiting themselves by just being this one thing and talking about this one thing because that's what got you a bunch of subs all of a sudden. And you got to be able to lose your subs if um, you know if that's the way they want to be about like one single differing opinion. Um, YouTube now United updates says Rob YouTube algorithms was changing. Yeah, recently they prioritize the watch time and through rate rather than subscribers. Yeah, I know. Belinda R says he was a reviewer. See, it seemed like that, and that's why I subbed. And dude, look, before I gave like I've probably spent like $40 in his super chat over a couple of times, and more than that when I went to the other guys. And just to get my like, there was so much going by so fast, and I had stuff that I wanted to say that I had to pay, you know, like all this money just to have him not read it until like the next day, which is fine. I get that. There were so many coming through, but then it just felt like all I asked was that he check out my channel, and I guess I have to be really specific when I word things. At least it felt like I have to, because when you say check out your channel, because that's what he says. Yeah, hey man, I will plug your stuff and blah blah blah. It felt like like he was felt like put out when I asked him to check out my channel, and it was just like and just checked it out. He didn't even act like he didn't subscribe. Let's just say that. I don't think he did. And the other guy, he was just like, they spent all this time like, if you just give them one of those things and you've given them money, they will blow right past it. But if you give them some stupid question to rage even further about, oh, they'll talk about you forever. I don't know. And that's not even. I think he just hit 100,000 subs. And the other guy I'm talking about, who I do really like, Doomcock, um, he's only like at, I don't know, like I don't even think he's at 100,000 subscribers. I think he might even be like really small, like smaller, like maybe 30,000 or 80,000. I don't know. I'm dyslexic right now about it. Robbie Corbett says it's actually making me think about a lot of reviewers I've watched, and they get sidelined with other topics, like for example talking about Game of Thrones and then moving on to Marvel or something, and Star Wars and SJWs and the forced female agenda or whatever they all want to call it. Belinda says, I used to be a regular in both those chats, but not anymore. I chat with Doomcock privately now. Really, he seems like a really interesting guy. Um, And that's the thing is I don't want to have to pay in super chat to talk to these guys. I want to be able to talk, but I've never, like, I sent him an email. That's another thing. These people that act like they're so accessible, and you'll send them just like a simple email like saying, "Hey, so and so, I really like your stuff. We seem to have the same views. All I'm asking is that maybe you check out my channel or check out this video." I don't even say subscribe or anything. Just say I would love your feedback on a video or something. And even if I know people are busy, but it's YouTube. You click on, you don't like it, you click off or something. But the solidarity, there is no solidarity on YouTube anymore. Um, but man, yeah, I would love to talk to Doomcock sometime. I really would, because I think by himself, I think he's fantastic. But he's now seeming like a little bit of a, I don't know, he's going the same way as he is in a little bit. Jen Webb says YouTube is bewildering. Seems like a real crapshoot for smaller content makers. I found your channel from my recommended list. Well, I like that I was recommended to you by YouTube, Jen. That makes me feel special. Robbie Corbett says, I appreciate relating different shows to each other and identifying similarities, but then I'm like, shit, I haven't watched this. And the political stuff drains me at times. Yeah, and that's why even like I try to bring like my own personal feelings and my own my thoughts and my life to what I watch. I like to be personal about it and not really hold anything back. Cause hey, man, once you make your I'm an alcoholic video, you pretty much aren't afraid to say anything. If you can put that video on your channel, um, you can pretty much say anything and not be worried about it too much. That's why I like after if nobody's seen the Dark Phoenix review where I said something along the lines of Sophie Turner and Cyclops' character have no chemistry. I think that's probably how she feels when she kisses her husband. And I don't know why I said it, but and I don't even think it makes sense. But it was funny to me, and I don't know. I wasn't afraid to say it. Um, so many YouTube channels though are just starting to just think they're so homogenized now because they're so afraid of if this doesn't work, I'll have to get a real job. Oh, and it's like, oh, go fuck yourself. You know, people have been having real jobs since there were jobs, and that this should always be taken with a grain of salt. YouTube and any kind of thing like this is this whatever celebrity that you get from it because I am not interested in being a celebrity. I am interested in getting to the right people and everybody hearing, I shouldn't say the right people. I want people to hear my passion about movies and TV and games and comics, and I want them to remember why they're passionate for it and things like that. I just want to reach people. That's all I want. I don't want to be rich from YouTube. But when everybody else treats it like, oh, this is my fucking business, I have nothing to fall back on, it's like, you know what? Life sucks. Buy a fucking helmet and get an application, okay? Um, because that's just, and so, I don't know. It just another thing that frustrates me about it. Um, Jen says, I don't know how YouTube chooses to recommend one over another. Seems random. And then she says, haha. I was just, yeah, I don't know. Belinda, haha, I remember spilling all my dirt to you in Haunting of Hill House reviews, and that's because you were genuine and real with your own. Yeah, yeah, and I never, and I won't repeat what you said, and that's just between a couple of people. And it's because that's how I felt, and if anybody hasn't, you want to see me act like a real sap, watch my that I'm an alcoholic video that I made. Um, because I put it all out there. Um, Man, I could have went on forever in that video, but it's just so I think about all these things going all the way back to what we've been originally talking about. So I think about all that stuff that I'm ready to make content for, and I just go, why? Like, I'm not gonna stop making videos. That's the first thing. Okay, I don't want anybody freaking out. I will be reviewing Dark, every episode of Dark. I will be uh, still doing my Sam Rockwell month stuff, and I'll be doing another month theme next month, and I'll be doing special stuff for my birthday. Some stuff that I've always wanted to review around on my a week of my birthday. And then I go on vacation in August. Um, Belinda says, "Why? Because I'm waiting. That's why." What's that? I don't understand. Am I? Am I? I think maybe my brain just skipped a little bit. I don't. Maybe I don't understand. Are you talking to me? um, is it something that I'm reviewing? Um, but oh, uh, so there will be like those things going on. Do you watch any documentaries like Mafia, etc.? I watch any of the Planet whatever stuff. Blue Planet, Planet Earth, Planet Suck It. And I also just I've rewatched like every Ken Burns documentary like a million times, even the Dust Bowl, even the one about the Mayo Clinic. Um, I watched the circus documentary that's on Netflix just recently. I was watching. I watched that Return to Neverland or whatever that Michael Jackson thing, which was just horrendously upsetting. Um, Robbie says, "Man, you and my brother would get along. He always tries to recommends me to watch it." Um, you know, everybody likes what they like. I mean, I'm a history nut, so I love watching documentaries about history. Um, Also, damn cookies. Oh shit. Well, there's a real reaction for you. Oh shit. Oh God. I completely freaking spaced. All right, I will go to the UPS store tomorrow. I have the money to ship them. They are still sitting right there. God damn it. I can't believe I completely spaced again on that. Before it was because I didn't have the money to ship it. Crap. All right, they're going in the car in the morning before I leave for work. I will go to the uh, frickin' UPS store where I was gonna ship it. Oh my god, I'm such a dumbass. I'm so sorry. You know who? You know what? I almost should just give you the second one because Ryan Woosley, the other winner, has never responded. I don't think he's on my channel anymore. He doesn't respond to anything I put out there. I try to like purposely drop his name in a couple of them, um, and he just hasn't responded at all. I even made comic reviews that I thought, okay, if I'm going to draw Ryan Woosley uh, out of hiding, I'll make a couple of comic book reviews. At least he'll pop out like the groundhog for that. But no. So I almost feel like I should just give you both of them since I made you wait. And since he doesn't seem to appear to care, and it's been a couple weeks now. So yeah, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to give you both of them. How about that? I will send you both of the Oreos. Because, oh, now Jen wants some Oreos. But Jen, were you even a part of the contest? I can't remember. I'll give you some time to think about that. But Oh no, I know. But no, I mean, that was a real reaction. I literally went, oh shit. Because, yeah, it's. No, give one to someone else. Okay. Well, I almost feel like I need to take down that contest video before I give it to somebody else. And it's like, well, maybe Ryan doesn't know we even won. Sorry for asking random questions, but are you playing Borderlands 3? No, I'm playing the new Borderlands 2 DLC that they gave away yesterday. Um, Announcing when they were doing an announcement at E3. Because yeah, when I'm not making content, I'm watching stuff to get news and learn more things. And so they dropped this new DLC for free to bridge the gap between two and three. No, I wouldn't have one. Wait, who'd you pick? Because I mean, Belinda got it like a shot in the dark. Um, you can do another Oreo mukbang with the other package, Rob. What does that mean? Oh, cool. Do you like it? Yeah. The enemies are really hard because I'm at level 41 and they're like level 49, 50, or no, 45, 46. And so the enemies are kind of a challenge, but I'm at a low level, but my guns are super powerful. So it's not completely one-sided. So it's an actual fight, and it's been a while since I've actually felt competitive in Borderlands against the characters that I'm fighting against. Usually, it's just one shot done with whatever gun I have. Um, what does mukbang mean, Jen? 'Cause that's a word that I don't know, unless that's a typo. Um, but so I don't know. Like I don't know what to say because I know like I don't want to freak. I didn't want to freak anybody out. It's just I kind of want it. I needed to go like this to get some attention sometimes. Where you're just like, hey, like I need to talk about this because it's an eating show popular on YouTube. Oh, okay. Well, what kind of eating do they do? Because it sounds like mukbang. Sounds like I'm gonna fuck a box of Oreos. Robbie says, "I'll check it out. Thanks. Just been playing Resident Evil 2 remake." Yeah, that's one I'll get around to eventually. I've got so many games backlogged. It's worse than my comics situation, which I was meaning to talk about eventually here, but like I don't know if anybody saw my Walking Dead uh, feat review. One Oreos and another Doctor Who review, and we're cool. Okay. Oh yeah, and you know what? I'm not gonna stop making Doctor Who. But as far as eating and chatting, it's a Korean thing, I guess. That's no, that's people film this as eating and chatting. Yeah, I don't. They kind of have. Oh no, that's something else. But that sounds cool. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna stop watching or reviewing Doctor Who, but it just feels like the big things. I kind of feel like not doing anymore because if they're not gonna sub, if this is as far as my channel's gone, I don't feel like every time I make a video, I am one more subscriber away. Like I feel like I'm pushing myself further and further away from my goal with videos. Putting out so many videos and seeing so little return. It's like an investment, right? In a way. And how much is it worth your time and how much, whatever could I be doing with my life if I wasn't sitting here cuz I'm very driven these days. And I don't know, you can call it a midlife crisis, you can call it sobriety, you can call it whatever you want, but I haven't been this driven in years, if maybe ever. And so once I commit to something, and I'll get to these comments here real quick. Robbie Corbett says, "Would you recommend The Walking Dead? I never watched it, but one of my friends told me that he felt the season kind of goes downhill by five, if I recall correctly. Not to sound like a Debbie Downer or anything. Um, all the way up to season 6. See, season 1's good. Season 2 is it's not as bad as people say, but it's still 3, if you know the comics, the governor situation and Andrea situation is completely and utterly fucking wrong. Um, but 4, 5, and 6 really turned it around for me. Um, like especially man, season 4, 5, and 6, man, are fucking tight. It's like when they changed showrunners to Scott Gimple. For the first few years he was there, that show was the shit. Um, it really was. Now it's a fucking joke. But it's the whole die the hero, live long enough for people to hate your show on AMC. um, but like if like I can't, people can't sub twice. And so it's just with the casual viewers, right? That's what most of these people are. They're not even bothering to sub. And another thing that just bugged me about all that was like think about how many fucking Facebook friends people have that they'll never see, or just some damn recommendation pops up and they're like, sure, I'll be your Facebook friend. And you got people got like fucking thousands of Facebook friends, like fucking thousands. And they like uh they'll never see any of those people. They'll never talk to any of those people. They don't know any of these people. And it's the same thing with YouTube, man. People just subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Why not? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Whether you go back to a channel, there's channels that I never went back to. I'll like go, what was that? And I'll look and I'll either decide like, oh hey, yeah, I like that. I know I need to maybe refresh myself why I like it, but oh hey, and I'll re-find a channel in my own like sub list because there's so many. And when I see that like discrepancy, I just go, I don't understand it, and it makes me not want to do anything. Belinda says, watch The Expanse or Banshee. Both are great. Banshee, if you like Grindhouse, at Robbie. Oh, okay, you guys are talking. Yeah. Banshee, oh. You want to know my story about Banshee? It's not really a story. It's more of a. I've tried to watch Banshee. I watched all of season 1 and a good chunk of season 2. And my problem with Banshee is that I don't like the guy on the show. I don't like him. I didn't, and I don't like. Once I saw him on Blind Spot. I didn't like that either. I didn't like him in that. There's just some actors like people that just can't ever. I said I like the show. I just don't like him. And I watched, like I said, I watched like over a season and a half. And the only reason I stopped was probably because of like some sort of like streaming thing. Like I didn't have the channel anymore or a way to watch it. But just throughout the whole thing, like I thought his wife was cool. I thought the bad guy was great. Like the Amish guy, the Amish mafia guy, he was excellent. And I liked a lot of the side characters, like the guy that's from Silence of the Lambs, the bartender guy. I like him a lot too. But for some reason, it's just a little thing. I mean, it's just I'm not disagreeing that Banshee is a good show. I just, like I said, can you accept the fact that I don't like him? And it's not just I think the character is fine. I don't like him. And so I just kind of don't care what happens to him when I'm watching it. I care about other things that happen in it, and I think it's a wild, nutty show. But like I said, I don't like him in Blind Spot either. So, we have to sometimes not like the same things, is what I mean. Or the same people. Because Banshee is definitely a show that I mean to go back to for sure. Whether or not I liked the main character or not, I liked the story. And sometimes it's just the way it is. Sometimes you'll like I liked the majority of people on Game of Thrones, but I wouldn't stop watching just because I hated like Jon Snow or Daenerys. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't stop watching Breaking Bad if I didn't like Skyler or Jesse. I keep watching because the story is fantastic. And I don't even mean Jesse the character. I mean if I didn't like the actor who played him. Because in the Banshee story, it's just the actor. I take one look at him and I just go, I don't like you. I don't like you. And I don't do that very often. I don't do that very often. He's one of those few special cases. It's just some randomly. It's like maybe I am DNA genetically predisposed to not like his face. I mean, I'm sure people say that about me too. So it's like whatever. It's the world. It's the world that goes around and around. And you know, I, I I wish that I could say that like because if you guys if there's something that like I told telling you Belinda like I'm not going to stop watching Sherlock and reviewing Sherlock. I'm not going to stop reviewing Dark, things like that. Breaking Bad season one was underrated. My favorite scene was when Walt is writing down a list about why he shouldn't ask shouldn't kill Crazy Eight. Well, yeah, because that show's amazing and it's one of the best things ever put to screen. Um, that whole thing is I don't have like a favorite moment because there's just so many. There's too many. I don't know. I might have a favorite moment of all time, but I don't think I could ever just go like what's the best part of a season or whatever. But um, so I guess that was the whole thing is that there probably will be less content on the channel because I'm not gonna suddenly go like I might go back to doing my Agents of Shield reviews since nobody watches them anyway. I just do it for me. It's kind of like comic books. Um, like I'll make a comic book review knowing nobody's gonna pay. I got a few views off of my Batman the Last Night video. You know, I felt like talking about DC's zombie book that they got deceased. It's pretty fun. It's pretty crazy. But I know that when I make those videos, they're just kind of for me. When I make out there making videos for people, like for the masses, where it comes into like Handmaid's Tale, where there are people that subscribed just for the Handmaid's Tale. If I stop, will I lose their subs? And I go, well, you know what? It doesn't matter because they're not sharing it. They're not getting other people to share the channel, and the majority of the people that are going to the channel to watch it aren't subbing anyway. So like fuck them. Why should I give them gold? Again, sounding arrogant when they're not, nobody's listening. They're just like, the few people. There's that few small group of people that actually still comment. Uh, Robbie says, I never knew Vince Gilligan write for the X Files until you mentioned that the guys. Yeah, he was one of the beginning. Like I think he started in season 4, and he was one of the best writers on that show, and stayed that way. He was always consistent. Now United Update says, whatever you think the best for your channel, I'll support you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Um, it would have been nice to get a couple other people that I respect in here that saw the email at least, or saw the video and the tweet that I put out. There's been a couple of retweets for it. One was from a bot, I think, and one was from an actual person. Um, I don't think they're here right now, but I'm sure they have their reasons. Um, and that's one of the things I talk about though is the solidarity, like people that support each other on YouTube, just doesn't seem to really be there as much as it used to be. It just seems still it's so cutthroat now, and I don't want to. And that's the other one of the other things. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be making videos just to try to get the jump on somebody or get it out faster because I can get shit out fast because of the way I do things. Um, Being spontaneous and improvised, and I don't have ways to edit and put all fancy clips and all that other shit that gives everybody 50 fucking thousand subscribers. When I still say that it should be the content of what you say, not what your fucking content looks like. Because in the end, I mean, if you're a vlogger type YouTuber reviewer, and I'm not like here's this is a gaming stream, and I've turned it into a vlog, and I'm doing what I can to get my message out there no matter what. And trying to get back to what I was, to that, what I was just saying though, that, you know, a gaming channel has gamers that watch it. A vlog, person, people that come to these kind of reviews, they know what they're looking at too. And when they just go, oh, well, that just sounds, looks terrible. Why should I watch it? When I just want to see the fucking pretty colors. I want to see the keys jingling in front of my face. It makes me not just hurt for my own channel, but the fucking sake of humanity. Because I mean, the problems that are going on with Collider right now with that Christian, or what's his fucking name? Hey Tristan, what's up? My nephew's in the room, everybody. Um, what's that? Christian Harloff over at Collider. That whole channel, man. I mean, everybody already knew. And if you like Collider, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be real about Collider right about now. Is they were probably like me. Maybe not like me, but like everybody that just starts out. I don't know. I haven't gone back and looked at their backlog of how it started. If either of those two guys that are the main flagpole, like whatever, however you call it, um, the tentpole attraction to the Collider videos. Um, but however they do things there, if you ever watch any of their shit, it is just the most fake fucking shit. And the trivia schmodown bullshit, where I can answer about 95% of those questions to those fucking dimwits that can't even answer a goddamn multiple choice question, and they treat it like they're fucking geniuses. And it all feels rigged. And no offense to if DJ Crystal Clear 666 is here, but it feels like they're watching actually rigged fucking shit. And then the bastard fucking complains about not getting into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge because of who he is and what he's done for his channel and all this shit. And I go, these are the people that people watch. This is the motherfuckers that have millions of subscribers. These assholes that we already know are fucking shills and fucking dishonest and try to dress up their fucking phoniness with that stupid trivia show. And that's what people like, is fake fucking bullshit. Or what they think is real and is completely fucking made up bullcrap. Because they're just so fucking safe. Even in their negative reviews, they sound so goddamn phony. And every single one of those people just about is. And I don't maybe it's just because I'm in this kind of mood now and I've gotten it all out there, but it's just I'm tired of being quiet about this, about just seeing like I, whether you like this person or not. Chris Stuckman is I feel a pretty decent reviewer. He doesn't seem to have changed the way he does things, and he's got a lot of reviews, a lot of subs, and he just seems like a decent guy. And he does things his way, and sometimes he takes breaks and he does some interesting things on his channel, and I respect that. He's subtle, even if he is Stuckmanized and a little. Everybody needs a little flash and stuff to their thing. But then you have other people like Collider that are just so freaking just this is where all the views are going. I don't mind losing views to somebody like Chris Stuckman or Red Letter Media, who's the best people out there. Um, I mean, if I wanted to be anything, I would love to just drive up to Wisconsin, since it's not that far away from me, and just knock on Red Letter Media's door and say, please, Let me be part of this. But you know what I mean. Like, just total fanboy it out. But that kind of stuff, like, there's Red Letter Media hasn't even hit 1 million subs. They're like the best in the freaking business, and as far as like reviewing and being honest, and like to me, they're like the high watermark of weird and original and honest. It's just amazing. And then you got people like Collider and I mean, if your fucking channel has a news channel, if your entertainment channel has like a news channel, and I mean like sitting down, like, hello, we're here to do today's news about entertainment. You've already done fucked up. In my opinion, like it's fine if you have a video like once a week or once a month where you talk about everything that happened in entertainment. But when you're sitting down at a fucking desk like you're in goddamn CNBC talking about the difference between CGI and practical effects in the fucking Star Wars movies, shut the fuck up. You're on YouTube. And I just feel like also I'll hear about uh, people that go to YouTube conferences where they talk about how they want how YouTube is going to help grow channels. And it's like, yeah, when you have the one percenters of YouTube at these things and none of the people at the fucking bottom, how is that YouTube growth when you're only helping the one percenters grow? Well, because it is like everything else, just a fucking business. And if you can basically, it almost feels like a pyramid scheme. But if you stick with it long enough, you might get a payoff. You might get somewhere where you could do like what other people do. Like PewDiePie. You want to be like PewDiePie, right? You want to be like Logan Paul, right? I see my viewership just went down to 3. uh, Now United updates. With my channel, I gained 250 subs for 2 months and I already feel frustrated, so it must be hard for you. With this YouTube favoring clickbaiters, less quality YouTubers. You got 250 subs in 2 months. That is way better than I did. It took me a year to get to 50, but that was before I got my audio fixed. And I really made a go of it, and I stopped drinking. So those things helped. Those things helped a lot. But 250 subs, I'd have killed for 250 subs in 2 months. I'd have killed for 250 subs in 2 months this year. So you're doing fucking fine. But I understand frustration, though. Gotta go. Jen Webb says, gotta go now too. Wow, thanks for sharing, Rob. Just keep posting what inspires you. We'll definitely continue to watch for your personality and candid perspective. Bye, everyone. Bye, Jen. Bye, Jen. Have a great night. Thanks for showing up. Same with Belinda. I don't know if she said goodbye or she's still here, but if you're still here or you're not here, bye or hi still. Um, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and drink. If you're not like me, I mean, you know, right now I'm drinking out of a 2 liter of orange Fago. Fago. That's good. Substitute orange flavoring. She's lurking, everyone. Belinda is still lurking around. Um, Speaking of Belinda, I will be watching. I was going to watch episode 2 of season 8 of Doctor Who last night, but I didn't want to fall asleep watching it, because I usually put something on before bed. And I didn't want it to be that, because then I'd forget like half of what I saw. So I'll probably watch Doctor Who tonight. But again, like I said, I got all these reviews in my head still that I got to film. I got to do the Terror, which I'm still going to do. I'm going to finish the Terror. I'm going to finish What We Do in the Shadows. But I do feel like I almost want to just say fuck it on The Handmaid's Tale and fuck it on Legion and other stuff like in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6. The one I was thinking it was episode 3, the Fear and Loathing on the Planet of Kitson. I mean, I thought that was going to be the one that blew me up on there. And if you want to see good Agents of Shield reviews, go to D's reviews. He's fucking an amazing YouTuber. He's so passionate about it. Even like he's so positive that I don't know if he dislikes anything. But then he stopped reviewing Fear of the Walking Dead. So I guess that's not true. But it'd be nice if somebody like him were here, or other people that could be. I don't mean that to sound like, oh, why isn't anybody on my fucking live stream? But I don't know. It's kind of how I feel about probably Skip. If there's some that you think I should skip, then go ahead and tell me. I would take a list for sure. Because as soon as I saw the trailer for the second episode where it was like in space, like a NASA one, I kind of went, it made me think of that X Files from season 1 called Space, which is like the only episode of the X Files that actually just like truly, 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 like to the depths of my soul, sucks. And I can't say that about many of the X Files episodes, at least overall, that suck that bad. So I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to watch the NASA one, or the space program one. But if you say that that's a good one, then I'll still watch it. Um, but I don't know. I know there's no real easy I'm either gonna make the videos or I'm not, right? But see, none of those people are here. Again, it's my hardcore people that I got with me right now, and we're here. And I'm sure there were other people that would be here if they could, hopefully. Um, and maybe they were here for a second. I don't know. But I try to go to other people's live streams when I know about them, or if I'm home, I will definitely. I usually try to pop in and people's schedules and stuff. But nobody like I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel like tit for tat in a lot of ways. And I know a lot of this is just me and my own neuroses and just letting myself get worked up over nothing. But it's not nothing to me anymore. Because once I put money into this, it's real. And I don't want to put money in something that isn't going anywhere. Now, maybe that'll all change once I get my laptop. I don't know. It feels like it's just that's too easy. Things aren't going to really change that big, except that I'll have, some editing software and able to. Uh, Venting does help, Belinda. um, try new things like I'm trying them now, and I don't even know if any of it's any good. I didn't get a copyright strike, but I did get a copyright claim on my Sam Rockwell video for, I think it was One Eyed Jimmy, the search for One Eyed Jimmy, where I put the dancing in front of the video, which is a new thing for me to do with the music that was playing. The song got copyright claimed, but I wasn't taken down or forced to take down because I don't monetize. So it's like all free for them. They hear their song, they just put a commercial in front of it. I don't fucking care. If it means I got to use your song, yeah, you know. It'd be weird if I finally got a copyright strike though for playing the thick of it on my first Doctor Who video. But which I will not review the thick of it though. I might do a series review of the thick of it because you can't just say, well then he just comes in and calls that guy a motherfucking cocksucking piece of shit from hell, and then the other guy calls the other guy that just got called that, a bunghole sniffing dillweed cock blocker. I don't know. And then somewhere in there some politics got done. It's not a really. That's why I only reviewed the finale of Veep, where something actually happened in the story that wasn't just everybody's a bunch of fucking pieces of shit. They just get worse and worse each season. Um, but I guess we've talked for almost an hour and a half. It's literally like a few seconds from an hour and a half. Um, but like I was saying, those people that watch that put all those views in right at The Handmaid's Tale, none of them are here. None of them are here to show support. None of them are here to go, oh, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, you know what, I didn't even think about it. I forget to hit share. It's one of those things you just kind of forget to do. You like hitting like and subscribe. I understand forgetting how to share, but hitting like and subscribe and stuff, it's like, do you forget about it? And it just makes me feel like, wow, that many people just don't even like you, and that many people just don't even want to see your face again, so they don't subscribe because either they don't like what you say or what you're saying or how you're saying it, and it just, I don't know. I've never been somebody that's that like needy as far as likes. I don't care if people don't like the way I look or how my videos look. I just feel like what I'm saying, for the most part, is pretty good. Belinda says, "Bad day, bad mood. Just put on some Malcolm Tucker. He's my go-to if I need cheering up." Well, what I'm gonna do after this is I'm gonna watch some more Thick of It. Um, I probably won't make any. I might uh, actually do a real live stream of this Borderlands game that I'm playing. As you know, just run around shooting guys is a kind of a therapeutic in the video game world. Um, but don't be surprised if you are somebody who watches like The Handmaid's Tale or whatever, and don't see a review come up right away for that. Because honestly, I mean, if the video that said maybe less Handmaid's Tale in it, I think that's what it said. Um, or at least in the descriptions. And I said more or less Handmaid's Tale in the video. If any of those people had cared to read that or listen to that video, they'd be here right now going, "Oh shit, you're not gonna make Handmaid's Tale videos?" It's not a threat. It's just a why should I? Like I don't mind giving the hardcore viewers out there gold, but if the fucking normies don't want anything to do with me except dance for their little Handmaid's Tale videos where I rant and rave about it, um, where I don't want to be a dancing monkey for no subscribers. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers who just, oh, this so I did tell somebody at work that last year a lot of subs came from Handmaid's Tale and Westworld and preach, just trickling in here and there, but Orange is the New Black got me a lot too. Um, and I just feel like why bother? And that's the thing. Like, I should I make a separate video saying why there's no Handmaid's Tale videos coming, just to see what the response is? I'll just unsub right now, motherfucker. Like, it's like, well, there you go. Yeah, The Expanse did blow up my channel a little bit, a little bit. I mean, it helped quite a bit, but I shouldn't say but. It did. Like, I think The Expanse, Orange is the New Black, The Handmaid's Tale, and Westworld were the biggest helps to the channel for the most part. Like, if I had to pick 4 or 5 things from last year, maybe Haunting of Hill House, too, in there somewhere, maybe. Um, and then just your general trickle in, for each thing. Like my favorite comments are from people that are commenting on a video from like that I did like a year ago. Like my if they review like Tom Selleck's Runaway from 1984 or something like that. Yeah, I was just saying Haunting of Hill House. Um, and I still want to talk about for you, Belinda, because I know that was something that Gary at Nerdrotic was saying, which I do agree with, is getting Amazon to somehow release the episodes weekly. I don't know if they'll do it. I don't know if there's any way to get into contact with Amazon, with any, if anybody in power Like, I'm not going to be able to make Amazon do nothing. Um, but I would love to still make a schedule. Like, how are you going to watch The Expanse, Belinda? How do you think the community of The Expanse is going to watch it when it comes out on Amazon? Because I want to do live streams, like, one at a time in a certain amount of, like, time in between episodes so that the community can really talk and chew about it. And I would love to be a place for people to talk about it in a live stream. Um, and I was going to ask you to try to maybe help me coordinate that a little bit, um, with Twitter and stuff, because if they, if there's no live tweeting anymore, right? There can't be. I mean, there can just be planned times to watch it when it's on a streaming service, right? So if they don't do if somebody can't get them to release the episodes of The Expanse on a weekly basis, which I think every streaming service needs to do for the most part. I think the whole thing of binging, just, man, just have Michelle Obama come on Netflix and make a message saying binging is unhealthy. You need to get out and like take breaks from watching your favorite show. So we're gonna release episodes on a weekly basis for all your favorite stuff. One, it makes things more event heavy. Keeps a reason to keep your Netflix subscription around, because if you could just binge a show in a day and then cancel your Netflix account, where is the where's the benefit? So I just don't understand why like Amazon and Netflix don't do that more often. Hulu does it. Netflix does it for like their talk shows, and like there's a couple of foreign shows. But Hulu's the only one kind of doing that. Um, so I don't know if they don't. If they just drop them all at once, I still want there to be a way for the community to talk about it in our own time. Yeah, I know you told me you'd help me with that. I just want to like double check and see if like if you have any ideas. Cuz I don't even know if we have a release date for that, do we? I mean, it's already June. I'm surprised we haven't at least gotten a release date for it. I don't know if you know. I mean, I can probably. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It had this hold for review thing here. Um, Amazon has both platforms, so we have both lobbying for weekly. I will try to do a one epo week, but I'm weak as fuck. We will set up something on Twitter for Screaming Firehawks. I'm sorry. Yeah, your last comment got held for review. So because you said fuck, well, I just pushed it through. Um, that's why it's not like on the screen, but on mine. Oh, yeah, there's another one. Wow, I got like a few of these that Robbie said, what you say does matter. I guarantee you'll get 1,000 subscribers sooner than later. You said, fuck them. So, yeah. I just don't want to forget, because I really, really want to be a full-blooded screaming firehawk at this point, especially now that I think all actuality, instead of like playing any games or anything tonight, I think tonight is the night to settle in and crack open Leviathan Wakes. So I think, yeah, because it's already 8:44, man. I don't want to be live streaming that late and then watching and reviewing stuff. We will get a trailer and probably a premiere date at San Diego Comic-Con. That's like next month, right? Oh, pardon me. Um, all right, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you're probably thinking then it's probably around Thanksgiving or something like that. Maybe it'll come out. 'Cause that's usually what that means, if it's going to be that late. Well, anyway, yeah, I should probably. This is a long live stream. I watched your dark review. I will check Game of Thrones next. Good night, Rob. Thanks a lot, man. I got a lot on the channel, and I don't think anybody should just have to uh, watch everything on my channel. If people only like The Handmaid's Tale and that's all they do, that's fine. But then sub or whatever. If you're gonna like, I don't know. It's just I don't feel any loyalty to these people like I do to you guys. And I love making the content, but if they're not going to be a part, if they don't want to be a part of the channel, if they just want to watch me scream and rant, then why should I make this content? You know? Like everybody else makes business decisions about things. Well, my business decision is I want to help the people that want to help the channel. Robbie Corbett says, "Bro, watching you is therapeutic. I have ADHD and I get easily distracted. However, your reviews and just general conversation is interesting." Well, that means I can hold somebody with ADHD's attention, so that's awesome. That's, you know what I mean? Like, it's about what you say, how you say it. You know what I mean? If you can suck somebody in with a story and a way you tell it, even if it's a review, you know, like, because that's the thing is like so many reviews are so clinical, and I could talk about tones and that person wasn't on their mark and that person, you know, to point out all the flaws of every little film. I like talking about how they make you feel, and as well as all the other stuff, you know, if I feel it's needed. Um, Belinda R says I do have some inside connections and will message you on Twitter with any breaking news. Excelente. All right, so I think that about does it. I wanted some feedback on that, and some of the your comments were people's comments were hidden on here. Um, so I apologize if I didn't read them all. With Belinda, there was the Malcolm Tucker thing. Fucked up mood never fails me. I don't even know who Malcolm Tucker is, and now that's probably going to raise some red flags for you. But I'll look up Malcolm Tucker as soon as I'm done. Um, Make sure I didn't leave anything else here. Um, Veritasium explained why some videos blow up. He's a great YouTuber. He explained the new YouTube algorithm that includes watch time and click through rate, how YouTube decides to promote your videos. Yeah. So, and like even like right now, I look and I got no likes. Yeah, I do. But I think that's where we'll pretty much put a pin in all this. Thanks for letting me vent. Thanks for all of you that. Um, oh, okay, okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Yes. All right. Okay. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch a couple of episodes of The Thick of It because that'll help get some more venting out. And then Leviathan Wakes tonight. I don't know how many. I'm a fast reader, like so, and it's only like 500 pages. Oh man, I can fucking knock this out in a couple of days. Once I start reading a book, it's like gone. See ya. Um, so, so maybe that's what I should do is take a break and read this book, and then I'll review the book and compare it to the season. Would you like to see me do that, Belinda? Review the book and compare it to the show, or do we think it's just better to leave the two of them alone? Because I don't mean I wouldn't be making like a negative critique on the Expanse. I would just I don't know, more like a comparison of like what people thought of like the differences between the book and the show. Um, and since you have yet to crack it open, but right before I go though, before I go, I'm gonna have to pick up a couple of things. I am okay. Whoops, I went off the air for a second. It seems. Where is it? Okay, these. As soon as I am off, okay, as soon as I am off of here, this is going upstairs right by my shit that I grab on my way out the door. Um, well, I can separate it. What I mean is like not in a negative way, but is there a audience? Well, do people want to talk about the differences? Anyway, we'll see how that goes. It'll take me a little bit to finish the book anyway. I like to say I'd finish it in 2 days, but it'll probably be more like a couple of weeks. So anyway, again, I want to thank everybody that's showing up here tonight and let me talk about some things. Um, Talking it through myself kind of makes me make my own decision, right? So it's pretty much if I don't feel like comfortable making content for people that don't give a shit, then I guess I shouldn't make it. Um, as long as I understand, and if I do, I need to understand better that I'm really just making it for myself and the few people that really do care about the channel. So I guess um, I'll just have to make it more personal on those videos to the certain people that do comment all the time. So, all right, thank you, Belinda, for that. That's there are reviewers that do book show comparisons. It might be fun. As long as I feel like I can contribute something positive to the universe of the Expanse, I will do it. If I feel like I can't, I won't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you said, if I can't separate it, then don't. Yeah, that's an absolutely correct. So anyway, again, thanks for everybody for being here. We had 118 comments. And so, yeah, just with that, I'll leave you with this was the first Monday live stream. It was actually on a Monday. It's not the way I wanted to do it. Robbie Corbett, good night, Rob. Thanks for the stream. Take care. I will. You too. Come back. This won't be the last Monday live stream because this was a lot of fun and therapeutic. And like I said, anytime you guys that are on here, you can ask any question. What I think about whatever, or what should I review? Have I considered all that? So, anyway, Belinda, thanks again. It was fun. Yes, it was. So we will see you guys all on the flippity flop. This is Robert Smirking Gun Reviews saying peace out, everybody. Bye.